Well, the race for 2016 heating up as Americans get ready to stump for their top choice. So how is the rest of the world looking at the fight for the White House over here? Joining me now is Ambassador Howard Gutman. He is former U.S. Ambassador to Belgium. You just returned from over there. What do they make of all this?
So, you know, their views are not that different than many Americans. Generally, Western Europe supports Hillary Clinton, but they are decidedly not as excited about Hillary Clinton as they were, for example, the passion they had for Barack Obama. I was in Belgium yesterday. Belgium had supported Barack Obama 98-2 in the Romney race.
Right.
And you don't find that kind of excitement for Hillary.
Well, and I'm sure they're scared of Trump, but we all remember they were scared to death of Ronald Reagan. They called him a cowboy. They thought he was acting by the seat of his pants, when in fact it turned out he knew just what he was doing. It turned out to be a much better negotiator than they realized.
Yeah, but their reactions to Trump, first, they don't know whether to laugh or to be scared. But they want to have American leadership. They want to admire America. And the nature of this race means they don't admire
Hold on
America.
a second, Ambassador. You're very diplomatic. The Europeans don't like, there's a certain envy, I sense, with Europeans. And envy is that, why do they deserve all that they have? So they, in a sense, I'm not so sure I agree with you.
Let me give you the facts. When I got to Belgium in 2009, the unfavorability towards America was 8% favorable, 64% unfavorable.
That was in what year?
2009, we had just come off weapons of mass destruction that didn't exist and walking out of the Kyoto talks. So it was 864. Today, it's more than 2-to-1 favorable. And the #1 most popular person in Belgium is not Kim Clijsters.
Right.
It's not their prime minister. It's Barack Obama.
Sure, but again, a lot of good that does us to get their support, because when they did not respect our president the last time, when it was Ronald Reagan, when they had terrible disrespect for him, called him a cowboy and all sorts, those are the nice things that they said about him. He turned out to be one of the main reasons we ended the Cold War. They were wrong. We were right.
That can be, but why is it important for them to support us? So when we were there, they increased their troop commitment to Afghanistan. They were one of the 6 countries bombing in Libya. And at the time before we got there, they had brought indictment against Donald Rumsfeld for war crimes.
You're talking about Belgium now. But let's pull back and look at all of Europe, because Angela Merkel, the head of Germany, I'm sure she had the best of intentions with wanting to bring all the immigrants in. She brought more than 1 million immigrants from the Middle East in, and it's a mess. It's a mess in all kinds of ways. Of course, you had the incidents around New Year's Eve over there. Now you have, I think we have some video from today in Calais in France, because it's spilled over. They're trying to get into England. I would suspect that there's much more sympathy to Donald Trump's view of immigration now than there would be to Angela Merkel. Am I right?
And you're right, and that's what's causing the fear. So they're used to authoritarian populism, and that's what they view of Donald Trump, authoritarian populism. So they're used to it. It started with Putin, but recently Poland went that way. Hungary had gone that way. Now Poland went that way. So Europe is beginning to adopt that kind of authoritarian populism, but that scares 70% of Europe. It's happened in Poland. They see Donald Trump and Putin as sharing a great deal. There's a front-page story in the Netherlands today, Donald Trump, the new Putin.
Ambassador Howard Gutman, thank you very much for coming in.
My pleasure.
Good to see you.